Hey, and welcome to the Campfire. Today is going to be another day for some Japanese study. So lately, I've been slowly recovering from my sickness, and a lot of customers have been talking to me about it, because like I was very ill at work, and there are a lot of regulars that I see every day. So they were just asking me about my situation, why I'm so physically frail and stuff.
Gee.
And I pretty much just told them, like, yeah, before I was, like, completely fine. Like, I'd be able to go outside, like, you know, pretty much eat food off the floor and not get sick. Aru. Yeah.
Gyaru.
And, I pretty much told them that, like, because of my accident, like, after my accident, because my arm got so heavily infected, and, like, you know, my body's just not as strong anymore after the accident. So when I get sick, I get really sick now. And just because of the fact that I'm also getting older as well, like, that doesn't help either. So I actually went to the store today. I went to the store to pick up some fish oil pills and some multivitamin gummies. And I need to start taking better care of myself. I need to start staying on top of my health. I need to start watching everything. Where's this? This isn't cheap. What is the accent for this? I don't know. I'm just gonna get it wrong. G, okay. But yeah, I'm so physically frail now. It is something I'm not used to. Jagaimo.
Jagaimo.
300.
300.
逆転。
逆転。
貧弱。
貧弱。
弱点。
P.
P. But yeah, that accident that happened to me was very life-altering. Well, no, duh. I'm disabled now. And a large portion of my life is gone. Well, I wouldn't say a large portion. Pretty much everything about my life is gone. So yes, it was a very life-changing event. Completely changes how I have to work. Completely changes how I have to live my life. I try not to think about how severe it was and where I am now after it, because that would be thinking too far back into the past, and I need to really only look forward to kind of gain momentum
Mana.
and make sure I'm meeting goals that I need to meet, because if I keep looking back, it's gonna stunt my growth. Which is why, like, I had to let go of a lot of things, like I've said before in the past few episodes, and I was really struggling to let go. But, like, you know, I'm moving forward one step at a time. I'm meeting goals, I'm setting goals, and I am able to walk and move towards set goals. What is this? Josh. Hey,
G.
Josh. G. But it's very important for everybody, right? Like, if you set a goal, it helps you move in a direction. Like, a lot of the time, you hear stories of people all the time floating aimlessly. Like in movies, media, songs. You know, like, even people in your daily life, like, they just might be randomly floating about, living day to day, not really knowing what they want to do, and just kind of moving along, you know, not really thinking about their future.
Yup.
You can completely get rid of that just by setting a goal. It doesn't even really have to be like a serious goal either. Being good. Because like any goal, if you set any goal, like you have a direction, right? Like you know what path you have to take to meet the said goal. Even if you don't know the path to meet the said goal, you know the direction you need to go to be able to get to that goal. A lot of people who are experienced in this type of mindset, once they set a goal, they can immediately set a path and a plan to get to said goal. I'm currently learning that phase in my life right now, because whenever I set a goal for myself, it was always a very short-term immediate goal, and whenever I set a long-term goal for myself, it caused me to burn out super hard. I was always able to meet my short-term goals, but I was never able to meet my long-term goals, so I need to meet that happy medium and have intermediate goals, just a little bit out of reach to the point where I have to work for it, but still close enough for me to feasibly get there without burning out. And in order to do that, you need to plan properly. And I am currently in the process of learning how to do said planning, because like anybody can just say, oh yeah, I'll do it, or like I'll get to it eventually, and like, you know, one day I'll get there, right? And that's true, one day they will get there, but how will they get there? Do they know? Right? Like, maybe they won't even know how they get there. Maybe they'll just trust the process, go with the flow, and end up there, which isn't inherently wrong, because their life is still progressing. But if you don't provide that type of railing for yourself, that type of plan, that type of path for yourself to get to set goal, you're gonna struggle a lot more. And this is all coming from personal experience. Like, I found myself being much more successful in life when I was able to create a goal, and even if I didn't know where that goal was going to be, or how I was going to get to that goal, I knew it was like jumping on stones in a river. Like, I knew how to jump towards whatever stone to stay dry, but like, it was a type where I would jump from one stone to the next without looking too far forward. So sometimes I'd end up in a situation where I jumped to one stone and not even know if there was another stone I could jump to from there. And if that's the case, then you kind of just have to jump into the river and get soaked, right? Because there's no stone to jump to. And I did that to myself a lot. I would constantly try to progress towards a goal, and I would know some steps, right? Because I could see it right in my face. So that would be the jumping to the stone. But then sometimes, like, the steps I would take would lead to a dead end, or like not be very intuitive or productive towards reaching my goal. It would feel like it was a completely different side quest that had nothing to do with the goal I set for myself. Gakusei. So like, learning how to set your own railings, your own paths is very important. Like, thinking far enough ahead to the point where you won't get yourself stuck or you don't derail yourself is very important. And like, I won't say people who don't do this are like worse off. Well, I mean, they technically are, but not in an ill way. It will just take them longer to get to where they want to be or need to be, which isn't inherently bad, because again, life isn't a race. But with the mindset of getting to where you want to be sooner lets you set yourself up for a more, how should I say this, a more content life sooner. Which is what everyone wants, right? Like, everyone wants to be happy. Anyo.
Ne.
Ne. Like, there are people who literally make their entire personality their misery. Like, oh my god, my life is so awful, I'm gonna make everyone's else life awful because my life is awful. And that's like toxic masculinity. It's like, yeah, I put up with all this awful stuff, and if you don't, you're not a man. And it's like, oh, okay. Like, you enjoy making yourself miserable, that's cool, dude. Like, no, that shouldn't be the goal. You shouldn't be proud of making your life harder for yourself. You really shouldn't. Like, power to you for being able to do it, right? But like, anybody can do it. Anybody can go through hardship and like push through it with enough grit. Just because you did it doesn't technically make you special. It just makes you more resilient. What makes you special is how successful you end up being with all of your experience that you've built from that struggle. And if you end up nowhere from that struggle, then what was the point of all that experience of struggling? But some people make it their entire life goal to struggle the entire time. It doesn't make sense to me. But that's why setting yourself up for success is very important. Because it leads to a more comfortable lifestyle.
学校遠い
お姉さん
お姉さん
週末
週末
先生
ほ
巨人巨人
巨人
しっかりwait, no. しっかりはい
ね
I'm in a position in my life where, because I've lost so much and got set back so far, literally any progress I make right now towards bettering myself or kind of just like moving along with what I want to move along with, like, you know, getting better in Japanese, like, it's helping me stay sane, which is very important because my life was such a mess after the accident. That like me being able to provide structure for myself by studying Japanese and like having a goal where, you know, I want to be able to turn this into like a hustle or like something real that I can actually, you know, like apply it. I want this to be a useful skill that I am learning. Like I'm learning it as a hobby because all of the content and media I consume is Japanese. Well, mostly Japanese. So like this is nice for my hobbyist life, but it can translate. It's a new language I'm learning. It can translate into, you know, a side hustle. And even though my life is set so far back, like I'm still making progress and furthering my life. Do I know how I'm gonna get to the point where I turn Japanese into a side hustle? No, I don't have a plan that far yet. All I do know is if I study hard enough and I become fluent in Japanese, I can and I will turn this into a livelihood, which is the goal. And that's my goal, turn this into a livelihood. What else is there after that? I don't know. I will get there when I get there. But right now, the main goal is locking in and being fluent in Japanese. Because being fluent in Japanese means I can make a career out of it. And that's what I mean by like the future planning, right? Like step 1, step 2. My step 1 is becoming fluent. Step 2 is getting the job. And that's a type of railing you kind of need to facilitate your life progress. Because like so a lot of people, they just live listlessly. They wake up, they do what they feel like they need to do in their daily life, like daily chores, eat proper meals, and kind of just like, I don't know, have downtime in between their productivity. But what are the chances that like their quote-unquote productivity time is beneficial to making their life better? Okay. Well, not two.
中中中小小さい
My brain is hurting. I'm not in a position to learn kanji right now.
小小さい大中小新新しい
Shin, Atarashi. Memorize the shape of this kanji.
新聞
Most kanji have multiple readings, so it's very contextual.
古い
Furui,
こ古い
ko, furui. The 5 new kanji you learned today have multiple readings. when we combine kanji with the other kanji, we usually use the reading that originally comes from Chinese. This is called onyomi. When kanji is followed by hiragana, the reading is from Old Japanese, and this is called kunyomi. And some resources about kanji onyomi are written in katakana, and kunyomi are written in hiragana.
大大きい大学
大きい大学
中中小小さい
小学生
新新しい
新新しい
私は新しいブーツが大好きです。私は新しいブーツが大好きです。
新しい See, I'm getting these right now and I'm answering them well. But I'm gonna forget them as soon as this lesson ends and I move on to the next day. I'm really bad with remembering which word uses this kanji. Furui. Match the word to its correct reading of the kanji. Oki. Atarashi. Naka. Furui. はい。
大学新聞中
大学
大学新聞
新聞
中古大学新聞中古大学新聞中古
I don't know. I'm just gonna get it wrong. Okay. Complete the conversation. Is the new teacher Japanese? Atarashi Sensei wa Nihon desu ka? Iie. Hai.
大きい小さい
新しい
Oki Chisai. Oki Chisai.
大きい小さい
新しい
Atarashi. Hai. Na.
新
Hello.
新しい新新
She.
大学新聞中古
Today was new kanji lesson. I was saying earlier how I'm not in the headspace to learn kanji right now, so like I'm getting the questions right because I'm just staring at the pictures and kind of just pictographing. But I'm not actually learning it right now because I don't have any space in my head currently. I have a headache as we speak. So like, I don't know. The hiragana and katakana lessons I did earlier on Duolingo was nice because it's refreshing. But this kanji lesson I'm doing right now, it's not gonna stick. I already know it's not gonna stick. We're gonna get to the chapter lesson tomorrow, and it's gonna review this, and I'm not gonna get any of it right. Write 3 words in kanji. University. Daigaku. Newspaper. I forgot. Pain, barely speak. Unlucky. Is your throat in pain? Aiya.
大学、
Sad.
新聞、中古、
I forgot. What's this? Okay, yes. Immediate forgetfulness. It's like the reading of the set of words being big, middle, small. Oki. That. Right. Yes. No. Big, middle, and small. Oh. I see. Okay.
その小さい男の子は
Sono chisai.
その小さ
Chisai.
い男の子は
Otonako.
私の
Watashi no
弟です。
ototo. Type the reading of the kanji in this phrase. Uchi no naka? Hai, uchi no naka.
私の友達は
Watashi no tomodachi wa
小さ
chisai
い店で新しい本
atarashi. Match the words with their opposites. Atarashi. No. Oki. Chisai. Hai.
私の新聞
Watashi no
はの新聞は
shinbun wa
友達の小
tomodachi. Chisai.
さいカバンの中です。私の新聞は友達の小さいカバンの中です。
Naka. Hi. Yes. Context clues. Very good. My newspaper is inside my friend's small bag. Yatta. Very good. Not a bad day. I was able to get a lot of the kanji right, even though I know I won't remember most of the kanji. Once I get to this checkpoint tomorrow, it's gonna be a struggle. I already know it's gonna be a struggle. It feels like I kinda learned kanji, but you know, whatever I learned, all that information isn't staying. And it doesn't help that my mind is currently filled with a lot of other things in my life. Japanese isn't necessarily the only thing that I'm just cramming into my head, sadly. I would love for it to be the sole focus, so I can really exponentially increase the pacing at which I learn it. Because, you know, I have that goal of trying to be fluent, and eventually turning this into a form of, you know, success, a part of the success of my life. Because I'm investing effort, and I'm doing this out of love for the language and hobby. So having it be a part of my success would be very nice. Alright everyone, it's time to put the fire out. Once again, I'd like to thank you for joining me by the campfire. If you didn't know already, I stream a variety of games live on Twitch at twitch.tv/ravutene, ranging from gacha games, MMOs, and more. Feel free to come and join me at those cozy campfires and enjoy the ambiance. And that'll be all for today.